Hey there, guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cerise Fairfax, and today we are going to talk about this right here. Here's an article that I read today in Dominican today called Violence and Criminality Delay Economic and Social Development in the Dominican Republic, says experts. We're going to read this article together, and then I'm going to chit-chat about what I have seen in regards to crime here in Sosua versus what other people talk about in Santo Domingo, Santiago, and also the countryside. So let's get into this brief article right here. Alberto Ramirez Cabral proposed yesterday that the country should engage in a broad discussion on the causes and consequences of the levels of criminality that society is facing in order to seek the solutions that the problem deserves. As a country, he says, it is not possible to advance towards the desired levels of progress if the population is living in fear while the number of victims continue to increase. The academic executive gave a speech at the opening ceremony of the symposium State of the Art of Global Research and Criminology in Times of Artificial Intelligence, sponsored by UFHEC, with the participation of national and foreign speakers. The conclave is held with the collaboration of the Autonomous University of Santo Domingo, UASD, Miguel Hernandez, UMH, of Elche, Spain, and Ana G. Mendez, UAGM, Puerto Rico. We need to formulate and implement transformative policies for public security, said Ramirez Cabral, after noting that the situation keeps Dominican society very concerned. What is happening is that criminality prevails and society frequently judges the relevance of the actions to reduce it, which gives sufficient reason to continue with research that leads to an understanding of the basis of the phenomenon, as well as its consequences from the perspective of disciplines such as psychology, sociology, law, forensic science, and fields such as toxicology and physical chemical sciences, among others. Guys, first let me just say this article for me is just profound for many reasons that I'm going to get into. But the main reason is the fact that the Dominican Republic, the Dominican Republic is standing up and looking for reasons behind crime. Psychologically speaking, economically speaking, toxicology speaking, they are getting international speakers to come here to the Dominican Republic and speak about the crime rate. I am so proud of the Dominican Republic right now because they are looking at all of the dots that are connecting. They're speaking economically. They want to grow. When people want to grow, they have to look at the issue from within. Sometimes it's all too easy for people to point fingers at everyone else and, oh, there's a lot of tourists that come here and cause problems. You don't hear that here. And there is a lot of tourism here. You don't hear people saying, oh, that person was wrong. They shouldn't have been wearing that jewelry. You don't hear people say, oh, yeah, her clothes were just a little too short. You don't hear that here. What you hear is, you shouldn't have done it. Don't do it. Let's figure out why you did. Because even you should not have done it. So they're getting to the bottom of certain standards. They don't want people to live in fear. Downtown Toronto is where I lived before I came here 5 years ago to the Dominican Republic. And right now, I live in a little area, a little borough. They call it a barrio, a hood, a neighborhood, called Los Cheramicos. Los Cheramicos has a little name for itself because at one point, many years ago, it attracted some seedy people. Okay? But downtown Toronto has a story of its own. When crack was running rampant, people were selling VCRs in empty boxes. Well, not even selling VCRs, they were selling VCR boxes with rocks in it, pretending that it was an actual VCR. People were stealing, robbing their own family members. Okay, I don't hear of that here. When I hear of people doing certain things, it's usually in Santo Domingo, or it is something that is like someone that is from Santo Domingo, from Santiago, that will come here to Sosua, the North Coast, during Christmas time or during special occasions where they're trying to make extra money. And they will hold up photos of somebody that needs an operation. They'll stand in the streets and they'll say that their daughter has cancer or brain tumor. You know, they'll hold up those photos. For those of you who have been here during a special occasion, you know what I mean. When you're going through the streets, you will see people holding up photos and holding their hand out for a little bit of change. That is what I will see most of here. And most times those people are lying. They're just holding up a photo and they're all, collectively panhandling, and they're trying to give you a reason to give them the money. Downtown Toronto, a dude would just be laying on the side of the road, half intoxicated, sleeping, peeing in his pants with a hat beside him, and he'll wake up to a whole bunch of spare change. Okay? The circumstances are very different. And for a developing country to be doing what they're doing right now to reform the police and also to take a look at the psychology of what is going on and what's behind crime, I think is pretty fantastic. I love the idea. It's great. And not only will they help to eradicate any type of fear in people, they will help to reform the people who are committing the crimes, because it does usually have something to do with the psychology of the mind, especially when it comes to substances and mental illness. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Cerise. I do random videos. I'll talk about news. I'll talk about the streets of Sosua where I'm located. I help people to relocate as well. And I also help people to find apartments, whether they want to rent, and if they want to buy land and build, I help set you up with everything. I call myself a one-stop shop because I have a lot of good people in my circle and a lot of great connections that can help you as well. Give me a shout for a consultation. Please give me a shout on WhatsApp. Leave me a text message on WhatsApp, not on regular text, on WhatsApp, or you can also leave me an email. My information is down below. Please don't forget to add me to your social media. I'm all over the internet and I truly love it. And another thing that I loved about this article is they touched upon artificial intelligence. Guys, I'm going to do a video about artificial intelligence very soon. Look out for that. Please subscribe. There really is a lot of beauty in the world. Sometimes you can find it in the most obscure areas. That's why it's so important for you to get outside your box and get inside the world. Don't be afraid to explore. Go to places that people have been and told you to go. Follow your heart.